Well, hello and welcome to another Faith, Philosophy and Life with me, Mr. Shelton. I'm glad that you can join me in my fancy restaurant today, if only it was. But I wonder if you went for a meal, what it was you would order. Would you order a cheeseburger? Would you order a classic English breakfast with bacon and sausage? Would you order some sort of pudding that had ice cream or custard? I wonder. And that is what we're going to think about today. Maybe not what you might eat, but what might a Jew eat and what might make them make the decisions that they need to. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look at something called kosher. Before we do that, brilliant. So before we kick off big time, what I'd like you to do is to go and grab a pen and a piece of paper, and you're going to play the cheesy intro music while you do that. Excellent. Well, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that music as much as I enjoyed listening to it for the 27,000th time. Behind me are three items. I'd like you to think for a moment, what do these things have in common? Okay, yep, they all come from animals. So we've got milk, we've got a cheeseburger, and we've got a sausage and bacon barm. Now, interestingly, two out of those three Jews are not able to have, but for different reasons, and we're going to explore what those are. I'm going to show you this photograph here. I took this. This is a kosher food aisle in a supermarket, which I happen to be in during the holidays. Don't ask me why. And here are a selection of kosher foods. Now, it's very interesting to note that Jews can eat a lot more than what's currently behind me, but all of this would be classed as being kosher, and therefore in some supermarkets you will actually see a kosher food section. I'm not going to name which supermarkets, but I'm sure if there's large supermarkets near you, then you will see those quite easily. Okay, so our learning objective today is to explore how kosher food laws affect Jewish life, and our title there, which I'd like you to write down, is What Makes a Good Meal in Judaism? What makes a good meal in Judaism? So we're going to extract information from visual and written sources, and you do need to use the information in the description that's below. That's really important that you access that, load it up in another tab. Maybe best do that before we carry on with this session, because it has a lot of information that you need within that. So our title, What Makes a Good Meal in Judaism? And our learning objective is to explore how kosher food laws affect Jewish life. It's going to be a good outcome if you know what the main laws about kosher food are. It's going to be great if you can create an accurate menu for a kosher meal, and even better if you can tie these rules back into evaluating somebody else's menu. So hopefully you'll be sending some of this work to somebody else to look at. We've got sort of three main parts of this lesson. There's a food law section, a menu, and then a little test yourself thing at the end. So this is my question. So as usual, please feel free to pause this clip where we go. So my first question is, I wonder what your favorite food is, and if there's some food that you really dislike. Okay, I wonder what you say. I really like sausage sandwiches. My family really likes spaghetti bolognese. I really can't stand coconut, so don't be giving me cakes with coconut in. I don't understand it. I mean, some people say like pineapple on pizza, don't like it. Don't understand that. I quite like pineapple on pizza, has to be said. But coconut in cake? Nah, that just doesn't work. Anyway, enough of what I think about food. We are going to think about kosher food laws, what they are. But First question I really want us to think about is, does it really matter? Show you a couple of clips from The Apprentice now. Now, I'm not being able to embed those into this video. However, what I'd like you to do is to access that through the Google Drive. I've got them linked in there, and just watch those and you'll see, does it really matter if we don't know what kosher food laws are? Well, this is what Lord Sugar says. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed those clips as much as I did. So Leviticus chapter 20 verse 26, which is a book in the Tanakh, the second book in the Tanakh, it states this: "And you shall be holy unto me, for I the Lord am holy. I have set you apart from the people, and you shall be mine." Okay, this is a message given to Moses, one of the founding fathers of Judaism, and here Moses is being told that God is holy, and thus the Jews are also holy, and the Jews have been set apart. So nobody else is expected to follow kosher food laws, but the Jews are. So that's where kosher food laws come into play, and that's why they exist, and that's why it is only Jews that follow them, because they believe they're a special law set given to them to help them identify themselves as being God's chosen people. So if we think about our objectives so far, we've not really hit any of these yet. However, we've started to get some really key information in place. So there are different kinds of food laws. Jews have laws about food that they can eat. They have laws about how they should prepare the food. They have laws about how carefully and strictly they need to keep those. And there are supermarkets that are Jewish that sell particularly Jewish food, but as I've identified already, there are lots of supermarkets out there that do actually sell kosher food. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to ask you to identify these different bits of information. So I'd like you to draw this table in your work, or alternatively access the grid from the Google Drive, and you need to lay it out like this. So you've got parve, meat, fish, dairy and trifer. Parve, meat, fish, dairy and trifer. Now parve, meat, fish and dairy are all kosher. Trifer is not kosher, that's why it's in a separate column, and you'll find that there's loads of different rules that are associated with that. In the Google Drive there is an information grid which I'd like you to download, and then you're going to read through that and you're going to start writing out examples underneath each of those along with other notes as well. So for example, meat, you might write chicken. Under fish you might write tuna. So you're going to go through the information. You can't just make the food up. It needs to be things from the information that is within that Google Drive, and you're going to complete that grid. So that's your task. Make notes where it says make notes in your book. Pause me. This should take you about 10 to 15 minutes, I'm guessing. So I'll see you in 10 to 15 minutes time. Okay, so welcome back again. So hopefully now you know what the main laws about kosher food are. The idea that Jews can't eat milk and meat within a 3-hour window. The idea that they can't eat shellfish or anything with blood within it. So hopefully now you've done that. So we're going to now look at the kosher menu. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to imagine that you are at work, so you're a little bit older maybe than what you are at the moment, and there's a colleague coming around who is a Jew. You're going to plan a meal for their family to share with your family. So you're going to lay this out like a really nice sort of menu, that's the word I'm looking for. So you need a starter, you need a choice of main meals. Now the choice of main meals may mean that you have a choice of puddings as well. Remember, you can have milky ones if you've included a vegetarian main course, and drinks as well. Now remember to include illustrations in the food, but to help you with this I'm going to show you another short media clip that I found online. This is very random, but gives you quite a few different other Jewish foods that Jews can eat. So return back to me in a moment, but let's watch this clip. 3, 2, 1, random media clip, here we go.
Excuse me, y'all got any kosher food?
Kosher foods? No, I don't think we got those.
Oh, you want a kosher food? You gotta go to kosher.com, it's the best.
Come to us for a nice kosher dish. Brisket, cabbage, gefilte fish. Come to us for a nice kosher meal. Lamb chops, matzah, pickles, and veal.
You never had tongue? Here, try a sliver.
What do you want next?
Here, nosh on some liver. drink some borscht.
Is it kosher?
Of course. We also got challah, sponge cake, and lasagna, some Hanukkah gelt, and a very nice Danish. How about a big chocolate Star of David? Kishka, salmon, blintzes, falafel, turkey, corned beef, schnitzels, and waffles.
Hamantaschen, flounder, pastrami, beef stroganoff, rugalac, and salami.
Knishes, truffles, baskets of babka, manischewitz, merlot, champagne, and vodka.
Come to us for a nice kosher meal. We got stuff that's made in Israel. Come to us for a nice kosher dish.
We got it all, whatever you wish. We got great stuff. We deliver it anywhere. I mean, we sell wholesale, we sell private, we cater weddings, bar mitzvahs, whatever.
We get
do.
it, Bernie.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry. It's done. It's over. We're done.
Okay, hope you enjoyed that random media clip. It was rather random, especially the way the cartoons stretch. But anyway, enough of that. So pause me now, you'll be pleased to know, and let's write out a menu and see if you can do it sticking with the Jewish kosher food laws that you've already learnt about today. Okay, brilliant. So we're coming into land now. Now I've got a challenge activity for you. Some of you might end at this point, and if you do, then just send your menu to one of your friends, WhatsApp it, photograph it, send it on Messenger, whatever, because it'd be really good for somebody else to check your menu over and give you some feedback. But for some of you, there is a big question here that I would like you to have a go at. This is a challenge question. If you're studying this at GCSE, then I'd like you to have a go at this question. But if you're not GCSE, why not challenge yourself and give this a go anyway? So the question is this: kosher food laws are out of date. People shouldn't follow them now. Okay, so do you agree? Give reasons for your answer. So try and show 2 points of view, try and use some religious terms, and let's see what you can do. So you may want to end this here, but can I just say thank you for watching. Hope that was helpful. God bless you. Take care, wash hands and the rest of it, and I'll see you in probably after half term, I'm guessing now. So a good outcome would be that we'd know what our main laws about kosher food are. Great if we could do an accurate menu. Hopefully you're going to get that checked, and even better if you could evaluate that into somebody else's menu. Again, hopefully you're going to think about that. So I shall leave that behind me. All the best, and as I said, I'll see you soon.